Hi, it's Jill Nurse, a Coldwell Banker, and this is your monthly market update for October. Well, I struggled a little bit this month on what I wanted to share with you. You know, we keep hearing that interest rates are going up, home values are going down, inventories, going through the roof, the sky is falling. And if you look at the numbers compared to COVID numbers, yeah, it sounds really bad, right? But the reality is, we're just going back to a normal market, right? My managing broker from a few years ago used to always say, there's not a good market or a bad market, it's just the market, right? It just changes. And what's good for someone in one market is not necessarily good for someone in another market, right? So the sellers in the COVID market were loving it in a way. They loved getting offers that were $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 over, waiving appraisal, waiving inspection, and giving away their firstborn. But when they turned around and had to buy a house, they hated it because they were playing in the same market that the other buyers were in, right? There were buyers that couldn't even compete, that said, I can't even do this. I don't have the extra money to put in on a house, and it just didn't work for them. So that market was insane. I feel like we just need to throw those 2 years away and start over. Inventory is going up, but we are still at pre-COVID numbers. Home values are still we are seeing some price reductions. We're seeing some people get less. But we are still seeing some multiple offers. Will home values go down next year? Possibly. It's called a correction, right? So we might see prices soften a little bit. But if you've had your house for 5 years, if you look at September of this year compared to September 5 years ago, home prices have gone up over 58%. So even if home values soften a little bit, people who have owned their home for a little while have tons of equity in it, right? Buyers are able to take their time looking for a house. As inventory goes up, everybody has more options. There's more nice homes on the market, right? They're not going immediately. So it's just a better market when everybody wins, right? It's no fun playing in a market where it's insane and so one-sided. So interest rates are going up, yes. But talk to people who bought homes, years ago, who've been in the market for a long time. People paid 10% interest, 12, 14, 16% interest, and they still bought homes. And you know what they did? When the interest rates went down, they refinanced. And if they went down again, they refinanced again. So we're not going back to COVID interest rates. We're not going back below 3%, way below 4%. That's just not going to happen. So sitting around waiting for that to happen is just a waste of time, right? Waiting for home values to come down, we don't know what's going to happen, right? Maybe they'll soften a little bit, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll go up again this spring like they have year after year after year. But inventory is going up and we're getting some more options there. So it's just a different market and you have to just move forward. Once I think buyers realize that, the market is the market, we're going to see a lot more people getting back in and buying, and we're going to see more sellers putting their house on the market and being able to turn around and buy a home. I had a lot of sellers last year who said, I don't have anywhere to go. Where am I going to go? So I'm not going to sell my house. And if sellers aren't selling their house and buyers don't have homes to buy. So once we get past all of this, it's definitely going to change. So I am always here to support you. If you just have questions, if you need advice, if you want to see more data, by the way, check out my newsletter. I have all the data in there. You can see what's really going on in the market. Don't necessarily just listen to the headlines. The headlines like to just throw out some numbers and it sounds very scary, but the reality it's not. If you're thinking of buying or selling, sellers, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to make sure your house is ready, that it's staged, that you're doing extensive marketing. I can help you with all of that. So just reach out and let me know how I can support you. I will always be here for you. Hey, Coldwell Banker is doing their exclusive Zoo Lights in November. And so I have in my newsletter, you can get tickets. Just give me a call, send me an email, and I'll help you get tickets. It's a lot of fun. So again, I'm here for you. Have a great October, have a great Halloween, and I'll see you in November. Take care.